can only remember the love he felt. And since memories of him are all I have left, well, I'm nothing but loyal to the person who created me after all. Malik Isagani, I hope I was worth it. I hope they were worth it.
Everyone knows the world is broken. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it. It's gonna be fixed. You don't have the power. I do. Though I think our definitions of fixing are very, very different.
My father and the church taught me that lies grant power. This world of monsters taught me that lies can save or kill. The dead taught me how few you can trust with the truth.
The end has already begun. Diogenes, my master, shall devour the whole of existence to begin the world anew. Rid us of this eternal torment where death means nothing.
We're going live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the penultimate episode of Blades in the Dark, the Revenants. I brought us in on not the usual screen, but the Roll20 screen, because I would like everybody to take a long look at what you've done and that you've managed to be at war with two different factions. The citizens of Six Towers don't like you after Taipsha overindulged.
Mighty.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Heaven forbid a girl has hobbies.
Yeah, we returned to Doskwall after, in the last two sessions, the Revenants robbed a train. The train was billed as unstoppable, and it actually wasn't stopped. It was just robbed. And you relieved it of a vampire and the so-called Clock of Worlds, which you don't know that much about yet, but we will soon. Unfortunately, you were kind of explicitly sent by Lord Scurlock, the vampire lord of Dustwall, the most powerful vampire, one of not too many in the city, to retrieve said clock and Lady Nilüfer, the vampire that you absconded with. And now you've got an angry vampire that runs half of your district after you, out for revenge. And that is what we'll be dealing with today. But first, introductions. I'm Janis, he, him. I run games here mostly, and sometimes play in them. And we will have some announcements about upcoming stuff very soon. One actually, a Trophy Dark game that I'm going to GM next Friday has been announced. That's really it about me for now. So popcorning it over to Glaiza.
Hey everyone, my name is Glaiza. Shanya pronouns. I am fine. And everyone's fine. Today I'll be playing Multo, who is also fine. That's it. I'm gonna pass it on to somebody else. Prince.
Hey, I'm Prince, Prince Infidel, if you also mask up because the air is awful lately. I am he, him. Today I will be playing Elogi, who is also he, him, who is having a time and is perfectly safe. No need to worry about him at this point. And I will popcorn it over to Shiv.
Hi, I'm Shiv, Dr. Bubbles PhD, wherever. I will be playing Taipsha, whose migraine has taken on a mind of its own. And I will popcorn it over to Andre.
Hello, I'm Andre. My pronouns are he, they, and I will be playing Carrion, whose pronouns are he, him, and everything's fine. Everything's great for Carrion. Carrion, he's doing okay.
Yeah, yeah. That is honestly currently true. Yeah.
All things
do have
considered,
level
Carrie is
3
doing the
harm.
best out of all of us.
You got shot, my guy.
Yeah. And is doing the best out of all of us.
There's somebody who didn't get shot, but has issues to deal with, which is Elogi. Last session, we ended on a little cliffhanger as you were surrounded en route to your home that you share with Howl, one of the leaders of the Foghounds. Kind of incidental to what you have done, but you have provoked both Lord Scurlock, who rents the place to you, and the church that your father is a very high-ranking member of. And it seems like that has finally caught up with you, as we saw you last session surrounded by several enforcers sent by the church, not members of the clergy themselves, but recruited laymen or lay people. And as we return, as they surround you, suddenly you hear glass shatter. How high up is your place that you share with Howl?
I suppose for the view, even though there isn't much of one, we would have taken top floor, so like 5 stories up.
That is impressive dedication to making Elogi's life worse. You hear glass shatter.
Giannis. I will buy a plane ticket, Giannis.
Come on, you knew what I was gonna do. Can't tell me you didn't. You hear you assume that he tried to hold it back, but you still hear Howl scream from above as he is held out of the window by 2 people. And the people that surround you, not the people sent by the church, but just the everyday citizens on the streets that have kind of looked at what was about to unfold, now think better and run away. Somewhere to the side, there are a few blue coats who watch on with disinterest. And up above you, 2 people dangle Howl out of the window. And the leader of the church goons, I think we describe them as kind of just in black suits all over, right?
Mm-hmm. With the tattoo.
Yeah.
On the palm to indicate who they are.
Yeah. Just folds their hands, showing off the tattoo. Now, do you realize what you have done? And what will happen to you should your father wish it to happen?
So, is this a hostage situation? Are you showing off before you finish us? Just to clarify what your intentions here are.
Oh, intentions. We were just sent to send a message. And the message is everything you have can be taken away if you continue to defy the Grand Proctor. And a hand signal is given. And you know that this means they will let go of Howl.
Still
I'm
look
gonna-
up to see.
Yeah. I mean, there's a possibility that you knew this was happening, Elogi, that you prepared for it. There is a flashback here, possibly. I'm not sure what it is, but if you don't react, then you will see the grip of the two people above loosening and Howl fall from the 5th floor down.
So yeah, let's do a flashback then. To Elogi and Hal in the apartment, going over different ways to escape mm, should something happen. Mm, like each of them going back and forth, like what they prepared. Hal has some connections, and so he's probably pointing out some hidden weapons that he's stashed in the apartment. Pelosi's honestly kind of impressed, but so, um, but I think maybe getting out uh, mm, mm, is often the safest route. So how can we make sure that happens? And Logi looks to that same window. Uh, well, a little high up for jump, but I mean, if you can figure out a way to attach one here, and so Hal will have a basically hidden within the window frame, um, like a repelling line, so that he could potentially grab and not die.
Yeah. And as we flash back to, I think you live a dangerous enough life that this flashback doesn't necessarily cost you stress. Also,
Okay.
I think any amount of stress might traumatize you at this point.
I mean,
you live
we're,
there, so.
we're reaching the end. Drama's on the table.
As we return to the present day, Howl is just, well, the people who just helped him just simply let him fall. So in a split second, he has just the right time to just grab the rappelling line and, well, kind of in a more or less controlled way make his way down. But of course, they immediately react, and you see them just simply produce a knife and cut the line. But at that point, he is already halfway down, just looks up as the line is cut, just, shit, and plummets, falling, making a sudden impact as he hits the cobblestone. Horrendous crushing noise, but he's still moving. And at this point, even the bluecoats can't ignore what's going on anymore. And with an, all right, that's enough, just make their way towards you. And the church goons depart, having sent their message.
I rush over to Hal.
And that is where we're going to switch scenes for now. And we are with Carrion and also Jai, the investigator that you hired, well, that you took into your employ. And I think it is time to finish the Ironborn investigation.
Yes, it is.
So before I bring in Jai, we're currently at, in the clock, we have 3 segments left to fill. 2 of them can pretty easily be filled by Carrion, and then Jai will come in with the last. So what has Carrion done? Just so I know a kind of missing piece you would have told Jai to find.
Yeah. I think Carrion himself is not doing necessarily a lot of the like scouting at this moment, just due to him being shot. I think he's using his eyes through Diogenes to get overhead views of what's going on around Scurlock's establishment, anything where Ironborn's gang is located. Again, trying to find more of those like overhead views, or like using Diogenes to like peer into a window or something.
Mm-hmm. And not to your surprise, you, after a while, find Ironborn alive once again. But there's something that Diogenes reports to you, which is that the man looks very much as he was last time. All wounds have healed. There's no scar to see. The only thing that has changed are once again his eyes. And now they look to be a very, very dark green, which is simply, you don't know if that has any meaning, but it is different from before. You recall him with just steely gray eyes, watery blue eyes, but not this color.
Interesting.
And I think then Jai comes to you. And Jai has looked into records of the war, including records of Ironborn service. And apparently, way before, well, not way before, but a while before you shot him, Ironborn was present for just a massive assault on a Skovlan city that was targeted by artillery fire by the Empire for days, weeks. And he was there when the city was shelled, and in one such shelling, got hit by shrapnel and actually lost his eyesight. But apparently it made a miraculous recovery.
Now, where have I heard this before? Interesting.
It seems to have started with his eyes. And as Jai presents this to you, I think that is when we will switch scenes again. And we will now be with Moto. Hey. Molto,
What up?
you were, I believe, headed to Cedric's door.
I am, yes.
As you approach, the broken sun hanging overhead as it does, you see the door slightly ajar. That is not like Cedric.
Muto slams the door open and enters, trying to see if he sees anything on the first floor.
You do. You see the frame that the portrait Cedric had commissioned of you was in, but now the frame is empty.
Okay. Any signs of life or moving around down here before I go upstairs?
None.
Okay.
But
I go
you still
immediately.
recognize that
Go ahead.
this is bait, yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
Runs up to the first floor.
And as you immediately run to the small bedroom that Cedric has, he lies on his bed, fully clothed, breath shallow, and he looks like a desiccated husk.
I'm gonna go kneel right next to him, and I'm gonna go, "Hey, Cedric."
Malik.
Who did this?
Malik,
I mean, I know who did this, but
you know this is a trap.
I don't care. Are you? How are you doing? How are you feeling?
He left just enough.
Yeah?
Just enough of me to torment you.
He did. Can you hear us right now?
What? Scurlock? I don't think so, but he will know that you've been here.
Let him.
Ali. Please. If not for my sake, then you have already died once. How often do you think can you just come back?
Lord Scurlock knew what to hit.
And that means you will be next.
I kiss him.
He's too weak at this point to reciprocate, but
yeah,
his desiccated hand just rests on your cheek like paper on your wooden body.
Yeah. You were the strongest emotion I felt. Past tense, because I feel a lot of anger right now.
He leans over slightly as if to say something, but the words fail him at this point. But in his eyes, you see endless worry for you, but also thankfulness. And as he dies in your arms, what do you feel as you
before
reconnect
sorry,
with your humanity? Yeah,
can
okay.
Can I rewind a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
I want to ask him what he wants me to do for him.
Mm.
Like with him, with his body, what do you want? You know, just anything. I'll figure if he asks me to get him to come back, I'll figure something out. I just want to know what he wants. And I'll respect it.
And he just looks at my spirit is nearly gone. He fed on it. Just
See.
let me go.
I don't think I'm capable of doing that. But
Just let me go. Let all of this go.
okay. And he clearly says I'm lying, but
Yeah.
I'll let it go.
And again, he looks thankful, even if it means he's thankful for the lie. And with that,
Can I burn this shop down?
yes. Oh,
Sweet.
yes.
Yeah, I burned the shop down.
We see minutes later, the spirit wardens arrive to the site of a burning shop.
Yep. It's more of a message to Scurlock as well. But yeah. It's a message of I'm not afraid of you. Clearly I should be, but I'm not.
Yeah.
So.
Elsewhere, though, Energy. Where do we see you? And are you alone, essentially, as well?
Iloshi is tending to Howl's now broken leg in a familiar place. He, after what just happened, he didn't feel safe bringing Howl back to the lair. So he is at the Bellwethers.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of the supplies here are more for tending to the spiritual, but you still have basic medical supplies, herbs to numb the pain, a few tinctures, and Howl just looks at you. If you allow your noble hound, if you allow me to say this, you really have a habit of picking fights with people that perhaps you shouldn't.
Unfortunately, my beloved hound, I find those are often the people who most need fighting.
Perhaps, but
I
only if
will,
we win. And preferably live to tell the tale.
I will say this. If they wish to have this fight, and if they don't, the one who ordered your death will suffer. He will bleed, and he will die, knowing that you and I still live.
That is a romantic gesture. But I think I would prefer to live with you.
We will live. I know that this moment has been harrowing, but I am still Eloshi. I am still a member of the Revenants. We are the gang that does not die. Even Malto only took a breather.
If you say so. And with that, he is kind of just spent for now. But what else do you do while you are visiting the bellwethers?
Well, honestly, I'm going to ask them to, if they know a doctor, preferably one who can keep their mouth shut.
Yes, I do, in fact. Well, a doctor, a surgeon, if you will. One of my suppliers, if you will, and because you can always tell when somebody is, obfuscating a little bit. When he says suppliers, he means like people that get corpses to him before the spirit wardens come collect. If you know somebody else who might need their services, should be here very soon.
I'll see if I can get my other friend here as well.
Yes.
He might be a bit more stubborn.
Well, I'm certain we can arrange for that. Now, I have happier news, of course, about my beloved Elena, who walks very steadily in full control of the body that she is possessing now into the room. I believe I can say that myself. Yes, with your generous gift of a body. And there's always something in what she says that sounds accusatory, almost as if she doesn't fully appreciate you putting her in this body against her expressed desires. With your generous gift, I am now once more able to walk among the people of Duskwall. I believe, as little say as I had in the matter, I still owe you something for this. So if you have need of me, I shall indulge you.
Well, our little enterprise has gathered quite some formidable enemies.
Hmm.
And if you, I don't know what skills you retain at the moment, but any would be appreciated in dealing with these enemies.
Well, when I was still alive, I was truly just a humble scribe in the archives of Charter Hall. But now, that I'm, well, not quite as you are anymore, I find that I have certain powers over the spiritual, sensing the ghosts that my beloved likes to keep in bottles, and it has afforded me a certain immunity to them.
Oh, interesting. I think I have a few ideas.
Well, splendid. But I think you wanted to fetch your friend.
Yes, if I could even convince him.
And I think with that, it's time to actually return to Crumble Tower Court for one of the last times. As you are all gathered together. Who's arriving last? Okay.
Molto can
She-
be there. The whole would be the first probably, and he smells of smoke.
And as Taisha comes in from somewhere.
Yeah, seemingly. What am I thinking? What's the word? She's always been like since the passenger. She's been a little amped up. She seems very calm, almost eerily so.
And as you come in, I think you see Molto's. I mean, you see people more as spirits at this point. And I think Molto looks almost a bit strange, diluted, but at the same time, more like the others, or at least more like Elogi again. weaker, but also more human.
Yeah. Taisha looks at you as best she can and just goes, "Are you a real boy now?"
Not yet.
Close. You're very blurry.
Yeah. Set a shop on fire.
That's. I mean, I can't tell you that's not something I would do. But
It was Cedric's shop.
I imagine that was the klaxon I heard.
Yeah.
Something. Sorry. Fire's the easiest way.
Yeah. He wanted it.
It's always good to acknowledge our loved ones' last wishes.
Yeah. At least one of them, right? One of the last wishes.
And that's when Taisha sits down and says, "Well, speaking of last wishes,
You have one?
I don't have a lot to say in what happens. I would like to have a say in this."
Then we should wait for the others. Shouldn't we?
I think they are wrong.
So, Elogi pours out a couple of different drinks, some whiskey for him and for Carrion, a little extra for Carrion. Some some kind of cherry juice or something similar for Taibsha.
What does
And-
Moto get now?
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't
Water.
think Moto eats or drinks much
Miracle
anymore.
Miracle Grow Tree Food.
Just water.
Yeah.
It's a he
Some water.
he drinks it a fact he doesn't need it, but he drinks it kind of thing. There's no taste anyway, but
If you shake him afterwards, you can hear it sloshing around.
yeah, pretty much.
He looks, Elogi looks to Malta. I have goat milk somewhere. If you,
They all taste the same,
I
which
want
is nothing.
goat milk, please.
So save your milk. Water is fine.
I really hate to ask, like, is there an equivalent to like chocolate milk in Duskfall? Not like just like basically what you'd give kids, essentially. Like Taisha's whole diet is very childlike, and so like, you know, she would prefer milk over anything. Chocolate milk or something simple.
I
Something
mean,
flavored.
historically speaking, we are kind of at the time when kids would just get adult stuff, just a little less fit. So, you know, just a shot of brandy or something.
Maybe your teeth hurt.
yeah, like a dash of brandy in your goat milk.
That actually might be really good. I might have to try something. But anyways, White Russians rule, okay? Like
They do.
I'm just saying. Anyways, yeah. So Taibsha is sitting there with her cup and just she looks both resigned but also determined. And she's kind of sitting there.
And then slowly, with very measured steps, walks in Lady Niloufar. I don't believe you have something to sate my appetites here, unless one of you would be offering.
Molto smiles.
No, no, no. I
Sorry.
believe it is
I had not
time that you.
anticipated.
Hmm?
I had not anticipated your unique needs.
What do
That
you run
is
on? I know there's different appetites.
what I run on. Please, you describe me as you would the train you plucked me from. What I
I
desire.
run on food. We all run on food. Or just complex machines powered by electric pulses from one.
I suppose in mechanistic terms that you prefer, apparently, you could say I run on spiritual energy. Of course, a more romantic description would be that I run on the dreams you keep secret.
Moto's smile gets wider.
But speaking of mechanical descriptions, I believe it is time that I explain to you what you have won alongside me. Yes? And she places what you have come to know as the Clock of Worlds, but don't actually know what it fully does yet, on a table. Now, this here, this clock, you might wish to know why Scurlock or his cohort, that I assume also had her hands in this, why they would want this. And as you look here, this is where you could extract or siphon in electroplasm or the energy of a spirit, and just points at one of the sets of tubes that lead to some hidden mechanism inside the clock. Opposite here, that is where blood would go. Towards this one and the ghost field, as we've come to call it. And depending on how you mix things, this clock can possibly extend your stay on this side or shunt you over to the other. I believe with the blood of a demon, well, perhaps you could even become immortal. Not necessarily something I need to worry about anymore, but perhaps a more, palatable way for many. Of course, I'm not sure if doing so would turn you yourself into a demon. Such things are probably best left for experimentation. Now, more interesting to you, perhaps, is that with a sufficiently powerful being from the other side, something that we come to call horrors or passengers, if I've overheard you correctly, and just looks very just coyly at Taifsha. With that, I believe you could end anything, perhaps even a demon, but certainly a vampire on this side. And that is perhaps why Scurlock wanted this, but also why you could use it for your ends.
Saying. So you're saying that Scurlock planned to kill someone or something with this?
I think it's
Perhaps.
more of
Or you're
having a. I think it's more of having a weapon to wield than a specific person in mind.
Or
Am I
perhaps he
right?
just wanted it so I don't have it.
I was about to say the wardens have a lot of artifacts that could interfere with our work, not because we were going to interfere with our work, but if we had it, other people didn't.
Hmm. So
Always good to have your
how
eyes on the
does
thing that can hurt you most.
Exactly. And now you have what can hurt him most.
And feel for it.
so how do we point it at him and pull the trigger?
Well, I think first we would need to get whatever is inside your friend here out, or find something of equal power.
I assume when something is absorbed, it typically doesn't survive.
Are you so eager to leave us?
Everybody is.
I'm not.
I can't.
Is Carrion in the room through this conversation, or
He has been extraordinarily quiet this whole time.
Taisha can't see you, but she sees the absence that is Diogenes and just assumes that's near you. So yeah, she's looking at you instead of the vampire as she's having this conversation. She might have discovered pettiness in her final days.
Can I request a flashback with Carrion?
Sure.
Hey, Carrion, you remember the last thing we talked about where it was, will you help me?
Mm-hmm.
Let's flash back to that moment.
Cool.
Okay.
Are you going to help me or not?
How badly do you want it?
It is the only reason I still breathe air.
That's pretty bad. Yes.
Very well. I will need to discuss further with Diogenes and Una, but retrieving the passenger, whichever vessel it manages to take hold, is all that matters. All this Scurlock, vampire, faction war doesn't matter. We're at the end.
This results in my end as well, correct?
You seem very eager.
Why do you care? Isn't that
I
what
don't.
you wanted? Correct. I am eager.
I will keep you posted.
Thanks. Flashback.
But I think we know all we need for now. And we move on to Taisha. You are under a lot of stress.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, so
I think I'm one away from a
let me
second.
just check. Yeah.
Two away.
Taisha has. Can I send that to stress? No. You look okay, honestly. You have 6 points of stress, but that's still enough to overindulge.
Mm-hmm.
So how does Taisha indulge and then overindulge?
see. My vice is weird. I've already tripped balls. I'm trying to think. I don't want to repeat stuff. Because I feel like the novelty is where she's gonna overindulge. I want her to go a wandering with her ghost key and try to find the Lord of Stars that she spoke to before.
Okay. Roll a d6.
Yeah, because I was like, she also needs to have a purveyor to be mad at her. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wait, who can I go bother? Oh, yeah, I can go bother the ancient eldritch.
Yeah, okay. Your vice costs you a downtime activity. As you go, yeah, you go wandering and you get completely lost.
Mm-hmm. When she's in like the in between with Ghost Key, she can see just fine though, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That is the one place where you can still just see perfectly fine. And I think at some point do you see him, or do you just see stars? Like, how do you find the thing or entity you're looking for?
I think one of the reasons Taibsha is so obsessed with the world before all of this is because she knows what stars look like. This is not like the first time she encountered them was not in the game. Like she encountered it before, she's had the ghost key a while. So she's always looking up when she's moving through the ghost like portals that she opens, because that's like her obsession, is that the sky was once beautiful. And so when she starts seeing them, she follows them.
Yeah.
And like, had access to old books and stuff that she shouldn't have, because the wardens hold on to that information. So she knows constellations.
Yeah,
and so she's
anyway, yeah, you do find what you're looking for, and it takes a long time until you hear the Lord of many, many stars. But when you do, it's like the sky in this space in between opens up above you, and you just see, you have come. Now, behold. And above you, you see the sky as you must imagine it once was, with stars and an illuminated moon.
I think really the overindulgence here is she just stares at it, just weeping. That is, it's weird. It's weird to her. She's never seen this in the corporeal world. And so, her overindulgence is she's there too long. So maybe there's a day, 2 days that she is just gone and untraceable. And just kind of, says goodbye to the sky. She kind of understands what's going to happen.
When you return, to, I believe, Elogi, calling everybody together once again. Because Elogi, there's there's a place that is not just calling to you, but that might also hold what you need.
So, I've been thinking about our issue, or issues, really. We need, apparently, to feed this horrid clock. And, well, the food will not go willingly, I expect. But if I'm right, the The vault underneath the church district or the church quarter in the Lost District has restraints that are used on the possessed. If half of what I've read of what they're capable of is true, then they should be more than sufficient to deal with the passenger and get it into the clock. That will require us going to the Lost District again, though. There'll be other things there, obviously, we can sell off.
Very well.
Well,
You wanted to go back anyway. Through?
yes. Yes.
Type shit.
I think it's good. Because even if I am bound, it is not. If something can grab us both, I think that'd be good.
Yeah. Considering
We've seen that I can be incapacitated and then it's in control.
hopefully you'll come out the better at the end of this.
Yeah.
And
I just ask one final wish of you specifically, Alushi. Don't stab me in the butt, please. I really, it was such a literal pain in the ass. Thank you.
Real quick out of character for Shiv, that hopefully, was that a lie?
It's her attempting a joke. She's trying. She's trying a joke. You get to decide whether or not it works.
And after this meeting of the crew, Carrion, Diogenes commands you as soon as you are alone. We need to go. We need to go to the witch.
He will do as he is bid. He will go over to Ula's residence.
And you are awaited. There is a stew waiting for you. That is immediately placed on her kitchen table, looking almost as if Taifra had never upended it. And now, my pet, what news do you bring to me today?
We are headed to the Lost District again. Taifra seems very desperate to rid themselves of the passenger. It is possible that we could transfer the passenger to myself or perhaps the master. But I think that may require the ingestion of another horror.
Oh, well. I think that can be arranged quite easily. You said that, what was their name? Multo? one of you made little lures for ghosts?
I believe so.
Give me one of them.
I will flash back to asking Molto for a lore. Great, awesome.
That is going to cost you 0 stress because these things are just in your inventory. So,
And we'll hand a lore over to Ula.
ah, yes, yes, wonderful. Now, let me just do a little work on this. When I'm done, be careful, my pet. When you use this, it's going to call everything. So just be prepared, yes?
Do I need to activate it, or will it just be luring them constantly?
I have no idea. Glaiza.
It's like a little grenade that you have to like.
Oh, you're muted.
No?
Yeah, it's a little grenade that you throw. And
You
it's
throw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
You have to break a seal
Wonderful.
when you throw it.
And Karen will look over to Ula and asks, I don't know if I will be here afterwards. Do you plan on being here for the New World?
I don't believe I will be. Not as what I am right now, at least. But who knows? But no, I don't suppose we meet again. If we succeed.
I shall give you one final gift. And Karen will kiss Ula deeply.
Okay. Una is not really taken aback by it, but pushes you back. At first, then, no. But then reciprocates it anyway. Just making very sure that she is the one in charge.
Yeah. I think that's it.
I think this is going to be your overindulgence as well.
Yeah. You see Carrion with Ula is like doing an insane amount of like ritual practice with Diogenes, communing with Diogenes. You see almost this like the stew that Ula has made has begun to be like poured out on the ground in a great circle, embodying them in the like remnant flesh, and they are deep in their communion.
Okay, then you also can roll a d6. We'll see what
Wonderful.
overindulgence means for you.
All right. Oh, did I do it?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. It's rolling.
It's yeah.
Sorry.
Is
The
it?
fuck?
One second. Okay.
Oh, I have to do a command. Whoops. Roll
Yes.
1d6.
That's natural.
There we go. Jesus.
Okay. Yeah, that means your purveyor cuts you off. That means, of course, that
That's
when
Ula,
you are done,
right?
yeah.
I mean, we're never gonna see each other again, right?
Exactly.
And we're done.
Yeah. Una, when you're done communing, as you do, just as you turn to leave, just gives you a little pat on the cheek. And, no, my pet. You're well prepared?
I believe so.
Then we will see each other in a new world or never again.
Goodbye, my love.
And walks away.
And honestly, I think we have a few scenes left before we head out, but I think this is where we're going to go on break for a few minutes.
Everyone's saying goodbye. It's so nice.
Yeah. So we'll be back in a few minutes. So see you soon as we get ready to go to the Deathlands once again. And we're back. We're back without Ula, but that's okay. That's okay.
We've all been
we
kicked
are
out of
back.
bed at least once. It's okay, Korean.
We are back with Taifsha, who is in her little laboratory, I think. And what do we see Taifsha do?
The laboratory has like just one of those little like it's below ground, but it has one of those little basement windows, you know, with like a little rectangle. And it's Taifsha standing at it, just taking trinkets from her little crow friends. And she takes all those little trinkets, they all bring her little shiny bits, and she's stringing them onto little bracelets. And you know, I mean, for most people, it'd be considered trash, but like there's like a random engagement ring in there. She doesn't ask where the crows get their things, and just strings it on, and kind of has like a main centerpiece, one for everyone in the crew. And she actually has some like small items that she was able to recover from their old hideout, and like little things. Maybe there's something that in the mess like Carrion left behind, and she puts it on Carrion's bracelet, and like there's like stuff from like friends we had and all this. So these are almost like little like character studies that Taifsha has noticed in her time with you guys, and makes these bracelets. And if they have a mechanical benefit, I'll leave that up to GM, but it's kind of you all wake up to them hanging on the doorknob or door frame of your chosen rooms.
They will have a mechanical benefit. What this was in gameplay terms, a downtime activity to acquire something.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what the use is yet. We'll see.
I was about to say, it could just kind of be one of those story moments where it can come in handy.
Yeah. Its use will reveal itself when you need it most, or not. Who knows? But we see Prince, not Prince, Elogi and holy shit, what's going on? Elogi and Carrion. As you collect your little trinkets, do you keep them on you right away, or what do you do with them?
For Elogi's bracelet has little, obviously religious things, but there are actually a couple of beads that look like naked human bodies, like kind of like torsos. Like there's kind of this like religious but like sexual kind of thing, and then on the end of that there's a little sun bead for Elogi's bracelet.
But yeah, as we see Elogi and Carrion leave Chromotower Court to go to the Bellwethers. Do you have your trinkets with you?
I assume so, yes. Yeah. Aloji is actually going to be wearing it probably.
Oh, nice. I mean, the way this crew has been cooperating and not, I did want to know if you actually accept the gift.
Carrion's is a lot of bones, and there is one like half of a best friend's like heart. On
Oh,
That's fucked up. I think Arian will be holding it, not wearing it.
And we see you next in the home of the Bellwethers, where Carrion, you get treated for your injuries, mainly the shot wound that you suffered. And Elogi, I think we see you with Howl for possibly the last time in the campaign, not necessarily in general.
I mean, I don't know, the way you're like gunning for gays this session.
Look, I didn't choose to specifically say in the fiction that I'm renting a place from Lord Scurlock with my lover and then betray Lord Scurlock, but you just keep coming for me about this. Fine.
We can't say that the Janis is guilty of bury your gays when all of the relationships are gay, really, in some way, shape, or form.
also, we can't say that Janis is killing all of the gays when he asked us first.
Okay,
Terry, let us do it to ourselves.
I can say whatever I want. I can say whatever I want.
But yeah, you can say how Elogi and Howl overindulge together.
Well, we're staying at someone else's place, so we're gonna be somewhat respectful there. But Elogi just having such a time is going to hire a chef to come in and cook into the Bellwether's house and cook a fancy meal for everyone, but like especially for Lucy and Howl.
Okay. Just roll for overindulgence then. That's gonna be a D6 roll. There's some interesting options there. I'm really curious, like how we would to attract trouble here. Your vice apparently costs you a downtime activity. If you've already spent all your downtime, it costs you a coin, as you just spend a lot of money and time on just staying there and treating yourself a little bit.
Beautiful meal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful meal with like a variety of roasted mushrooms, some honeyed goats, we have bits of a rare, flavorful bird known as a chicken. Some vegetables that we don't ask how they sourced.
Definitely not from Taco Bell. No, not from Taylor Farms. Taco Bell is fine.
No, we're not doing that, please. But yeah, it's not Taco Bell's fault for accurately reporting. But yeah, as we see Howl and Delory treating themselves to this meal, I think that is where we will leave our two unburied gays behind for now. And it's time for it's time for Molto. Molto is also at a lot of stress, I think.
Yep. A lot.
Where did we leave Molto in terms of stress? It's
I have 7 stress.
honestly better than I thought. But yeah.
Rolled really well. I mean, we could add the stress for my boyfriend dying, but you know, for what it's worth mechanically, he doesn't have a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean, in mechanical terms, your boyfriend dying is what reconnected you to your humanity.
It's great, actually. You know, I'll be like,
It's
ah,
amazing, yeah. But in mechanical terms, we're also, even though you are a hull, because you are rediscovering yourself, we are using the regular kind of vice rules.
Okay.
So where do we find Molto indulging?
What was my I break into the library.
But... okay.
I break into the old library.
Good.
I'm dead. What's gonna happen? They're gonna what? They're gonna re-sabbatical me? I'm dead. They're gonna refire me? Who cares? I'm gonna be in the library. I'm gonna make my plans.
Please roll a d6 as well. Then we're gonna see what happens as you overindulge.
Perfect. I remember how to do that. Don't worry. I don't know how to do that. I'm having a hard time finding out. No, I found it.
Space d6. Okay. Oh, that okay.
Well, roll the 1.
You get wild in the library.
Sure. You can also see it as when Molto is doing research, he just sort of like grabs books normally, just sort of like whatever. When they go into this library now, there's like a whole wall of just like, you know, like a murder, a detective's corkboard kind of thing with like strings going everywhere. That is now like pages have been ripped, you know, stuck on as he does research, mostly about like as much as he can about the passenger, much as he can about, you know, the Deathlands, just a lot of research. But before he would just take down notes quietly, now he's just ripping pages apart and sticking it to the wall. And like there's strings everywhere, and the strings have different colors. Some of them have sparkles in it. He really did raid the library and destroyed it.
Yeah. And as you are discovered, and are you getting kicked out or do you leave?
I leave.
Yeah.
I leave.
You do technically lose a point of status with the university. Not that it's gonna matter anymore.
I'm dead.
Yeah. I just want to inform you that the university now dislikes you. And
sure.
Falling from grace further.
They don't even know I'm alive yet. I'm sure if they did, they would have been like, "Man, that guy sucks."
It's curious though. There is a report of somebody who looks almost like the dearly departed and also placed on a sabbatical, Professor Malik Isagani. Very strange that.
Yeah, there's like, has he always been like this? Is this his ghost come back?
Yeah.
And is he taking revenge on us for putting him on sabbatical that one time? So it's a lot of that.
Yeah. Those rumors begin swirling immediately. But as you leave, as you pass by one of the canals of Doskor, there is somebody that waits for you. And as we see her, how does Arlene look, and what has changed about her?
She is more confident. Like If you look closer, on her skin, it looks shimmering, but like from afar, she looks like if you don't look too closely, she looks like normal or whatever. But like if you look really, really close, it looks like she has scales underneath her eyes, kind of thing. But you can almost like convince yourself it's just makeup.
And she looks at you and doesn't even wait for you to say anything. Just, Malik. Molto, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if I should thank you.
you shouldn't.
So, Amagindara.
She was my mom's. Well, you know.
A family possession.
I don't think he would like that. But
No, I don't
Yeah.
think he would.
no.
So,
Do you like yourself now?
oh, I do enjoy what has come of this. I know a few things that are coming for the city now. And I'm going to be prepared for it. There's a lot coming for us. And I will leave my mark on the city one way or another. I figure
Malik-
if...
The Malik that was is sad for you.
Is he?
Yeah,
Are they still in there somewhere?
a little bit.
Well,
He seems sorry, but I don't think he deserves it. So,
no, he definitely doesn't.
hmm.
See, I know a lot now, not just about the city, but also about how you and just kind of knocks on your chest as you would knock on, wood,
Yeah.
how you came to be and what price was paid, and that I was the price.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say, yeah?
The Malik that was the one that made this decision. The Malik that's here now, I don't know that he's sorry.
So you remember everything
I do.
that Malik did, but you don't feel that you have anything to do with that, huh?
Call it self-preservation.
The same self-preservation that had you lead a double life and lie to me about everything you did for years.
Yeah, the same one. Do I regret it? I don't know. A few hours ago, you might have gotten a different answer. Well, days. I would have been very regretful, very ready to die once more. The
So what changed?
person, somebody else died.
Somebody close to you.
Yeah. And I
She
couldn't stop it.
Just leans in and just, good,
Hmm.
and walks away.
And waves.
Oh, no. The way.
I hope she's happy, but I know what I did to her absolutely sucked, but also a little bit, you're welcome, you know? And just sort of like he's talking to himself as he's doing this, is like just trying to see if Ilagan is around. Uh Sort of like, because he's standing like this feels like on purpose by Ilagan. So I'm like,
You do see a ripple in the water that doesn't appear like it should be there, but Ilagan doesn't show himself at this
Yeah.
moment.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
But
That could have gone much worse. And he turns on his heels and sort of like walks away.
And with that, question for all of you. You have the option perhaps to get the help of Ilagan or the Dimmer Sisters. But that's going to cost you a little bit more time, might tip your hand a little. Are you going to do that? Or are you just going to go straight into the Deathlands? What is the plan here?
I think Kyrian is specifically interested in getting assistance from the Dimmer Sisters.
Does it have to be one or the other? Or can we do both?
I think kind of because of time, kind of also because of they both could help you with similar things. I would say it's just one of them.
Okay. Then I will go with the Dimmer Sisters.
Yeah, they're my sisters.
Okay, then we are once again in the house of the Dimmer Sisters, forever shrouded in fog, rising from the floorboards, enveloping you as if to almost swallow you up. And you're seated at a table with kind of the usual. Sister Honorata is there. There's also Sister Laverna, still not talking to you ever. And more.
How do they look in Taibsha's new vision? Because I haven't gone in to see the Dimmer Sisters since I lost my sight.
Yeah. Almost like free floating spirits.
Fascinating.
Like a ghost, just barely tethered to something.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Taibsha says anything about it. Just kind of heard little.
Probably shouldn't. No.
I had my suspicions, but it's really nice to see it confirmed. little last minute vindication for her.
Now, you have certainly once again landed yourself in a bit of trouble, haven't you, my dears? As Sister Honorata just looks at you.
Well, trouble is our business.
You have made it your business, yes. But what brings you here then? Certainly you don't think that we will go and fight a group of Scotland ruffians or Lord Scurlock himself. What does bring you here, perhaps?
Do we know how the Dimmer Sisters feel about, like, the religion associated with the church we're going to? They're not of the same...
Oh, they hired you specifically to spy on them.
Okay, yeah. I was like, is it like they're actively beefing and like, yeah, okay, so...
Yeah.
Taibsha just kind of, from wherever she's posted up, just, well, we were going to go rob a church. Well, I guess it's not rob. Well, the line between archaeology and grave robbing is very thin sometimes.
That it is. But surely you're not just here to offer to bring us back some souvenirs.
Well, we could certainly use some aid in acquiring said souvenirs. Mm, especially
Trophies.
since, well, in the last job we so graciously did for you, we did under the dimmer moon witness the birth of a demon. Uh, something we're hoping perhaps you could help us resolve as well.
Sister Laverna, the leader of the Dimmer Sisters, just scrapes her long, yellowed fingernails across the table. Ah, yes. That's not her speaking, of course. That is always Sister Honorata. So graciously, after we, what was it again, supplied you with dozens of ghosts to help you when you landed yourselves in trouble before. Oh, my dear. Well, we can certainly do something like this again. Yes, you did see Satara, didn't you? Perhaps you would like to be warded against her. A little less to deal with out there then.
That would be delightful. Well, I will say, the trouble we find ourselves in always ends up benefiting you in some fashion. And if Satara has connections to both Scurlock and the church, which means that removing her weakens two of your enemies.
Yes, perhaps. We cannot just remove her. We can, however, delay her, distract her, bargain with her, perhaps even. In return, well, there are perhaps two things we would like. The first would be someone that I think you have had some dealings with now. Someone that has much to say to us, much about matters of the spiritual and the flesh. Goes by the name of Ironborn, and we would much like to understand more about him, if you could bring him to us. Or, perhaps harder to accomplish, you do the same with Lord Scurlock.
What states would you like them to be handed over in?
Oh, Ironborn? Living. That is, after all, the curious thing about him. A Scurlock,
Well, that's
intact.
a complicated answer. That's a good answer for that, actually. I didn't even think of that.
So, Ironborn alive, Scurlock intact. And you will be
I was
unbothered
gonna cut
by
him in
Satara.
pieces. Intact is good for Scurlock.
We
I
just
think
need
Ironborn could be, though, if we wanted to just have a moment.
We will present either one in as few pieces as we're able to manage.
Wonderful.
Satara, you said?
Satara will
mentioned-
not bother you.
I see.
And with that, your audience with the Dimmer Sisters ends. And it's time for you to figure out how you're going to go to the Deathlands. So, we've been there before. It's more like, what is your plan to get through the controls and everything, the patrols? And also, this time I'm going to have to ask about this. How much load are you going to carry? I assume being conspicuous is not the main issue in the Deathlands, but speed might be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I say we still go conspicuous just because we're gonna need extra equipment and stuff to be able to carry what we're bringing back.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Do we still have the dog horse from Katoro? Or did I return that?
I think you had to return that.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, last time we went to the Deathlands, we went out of the city through the Silver Nails. They
Yeah.
provided like an escort. So if we want to do that again, we could see if that's a reliable thread to pull on.
Is that also like, basically, how much heat do we have? Because if we are moving anywhere near patrols, like,
You have very high heat, but
Yeah.
the entanglements that you faced were all with Scurlock because he, and with the church, but you already paid for your heat, so to speak.
okay, just
I
want to
mean,
make sure
I
that
killed
like,
a man, so it already happened.
Mama, I just killed a man.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so like that's the thing I would be concerned about if we tried to go out the way we went last time. Like, is that on a patrol that they'll just be like, and you're insta arrested?
That is not how that works. No, it's always you decide on your approach, and then we make the engagement roll.
I say we just forge some documents. I don't know if we're still good with the silver nails.
Strangely enough, you are. The silver nails are a little diminished right now because things happen.
We
But-
did do some stuff with the silver nails.
Yeah, they don't know it was you.
No. Yeah, I mean, we could see if we could just get out just with the silver nails. And if we can't, we could just forge documents as a backup. I think Carrion will approach the Silver Nails camp in is it 6 Towers or Night Market where they're
They're in 6 Towers. They're
Okay, they're
very
all
close
6
to, yeah. They have their stables just up in the district.
Yeah,
close
that's
by the
right.
bridge out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Carrion will come around. And what is the vibe of the camp as of right now? Or is it a lot quieter this time around just because it's a lot more
It
Like-
is. And strangely enough, Kotaro is also nowhere to be seen.
I'm gonna find like a lieutenant or something and ask like, is Katoro going to be in today or?
Kotaro. Possibly. When he's done cleaning the stables.
Oh. Damn. I think Carrion is going to look for Katoro in the stables and see because he's usually like he's got the long hair and all the cuts and like open chest.
He does have his hair tied back now to protect himself from, well, manure as he is cleaning the stables. Otherwise, he looks similar to how he usually does, just a bit less confident, strangely enough.
Interesting. I think you see Carrion approaches and says, Katoro.
Platon. You here. Come on, then.
I think we do a very like brotherly hug, and
Katoro is surprised by that when he said, "Come on." Then he just went like, "Okay, just get it over with. Just get your jokes in." But
gotcha. After he hugs him, he will say, "This position suits you."
Maybe, perhaps. At least, I still have horses.
Speaking of, my crew and I are looking to head out to the Deathlands again, in the Lost District.
Say, if I give you 4 horses this time, will you bring something back to me?
Of course.
Something that could get me out of this.
What are you looking for?
Oh, whatever you find. Anything valuable. It doesn't matter. Just anything that I can show my value.
Sure. We'll find something.
And I think you have your means to go then. Yeah, you can.
Everybody gets a dog horse.
Yeah, and you can even with documents and disguises, you can just pose as Silver Nails.
Sweet. I get a dog horse. I'm gonna name him Sparky.
Wonderful. Very soon after, if that is your plan to just disguise yourself, have the fake documents, and ride out into the Deathlands, I think that is time for the engagement roll then. If you're just riding straight to the church vault, that is a very daring plan. So you get your +1 die. You have, I think, disguises and documents together. Somebody has fine documents or something, right? Or the crew has that. Yeah. That is another die. And you get an extra die for the horses because you did technically offer something in return. Whether or not that happens in the campaign, I think it's 4 in total.
Who's making the roll?
Just 1 base, or
I can. Oh yeah, go for it.
All right. All right.
it's
Oh my god.
okay.
My god.
I at least
Sure.
it's,
Sure.
Not too bad. It's bad, but it's not the worst.
It's not the usual Carrion catastrophe where Oh, it was Prince who rolled. Okay. I thought it was Andre. It was like, okay.
No,
Okay,
it's-
so we
it's
don't have to
not my
take
fault
it.
this time.
So we don't have to take it, but I would like to see what Carrion would have gotten.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
We
I think
definitely.
it's
I
either
just.
going to
I'm
be just-
curious.
It's going to be just 4 6s or 4 1s if we're going with just the usual Carrion. Okay, it's a 6. Okay.
God damn it.
It was just out of curiosity, really. I just wanted to know.
But we had a mixed
Just a
success.
universally better roll overall too. Like that's amazing.
Yeah. But as you make your way into the Deathlands, just riding straight across the bridge out, posing as the Silver Nails on your horses, riding through the Lost District, where I will now take us on roll 20. You are going to be in a risky position, which, I mean, sure, you are riding into the Deathlands, so that makes sense. But what do you think is something that you overlook on your way there? Some kind of spiritual danger?
I think there is an open manhole on the street that we just walk by, not even like thinking about it. That maybe connects to an old catacombs tunnel in the sewer system or something.
Okay. So I did say spiritual danger. Yeah. The Lost District, when it wasn't yet the Lost District, was claimed by a great plague. So as you ride up to the church treasure vault on Dunville Boulevard, strangely named, there is on auspice.
Yeah, I wonder whose family like that street might have been named after.
Yeah. There is this open manhole, and all of a sudden, you hear just scraping, but not just a singular scraping noise. It is from thousands of tiny feet inside there, as strangely enough, the ghosts of thousands of rats just come out of that manhole and begin to just circle around you, almost causing your horses to panic. And I think that is going to be your first roll here. Is try to actually get to the vault without getting thrown off your horses and without temporarily at least losing your horses.
I just want
That
to say, as
might
a
be
New
it.
Yorker, I feel like I've had this exact nightmare. I'm deeply defended.
What are we rolling?
I'm not entirely sure how to do that. I think, though, that this is going to be another group action,
Oh, jeez.
which is going to be led by Carrion, I assume.
Yeah. I'm going to be using finesse. Finesse is also used to handle like mounts. So
Yeah.
that's like the default, I think.
So everybody who is involved, which would be everybody, does make an action roll. And you do count the single best result. So it's mainly just, this is going to probably be stressful for Carrion, but you should make it.
Yeah.
So Carrion is going to use finesse. Everybody else should probably also use finesse, but I'm going to let you convince me otherwise.
I have a weird idea because it's me. I always have a weird idea.
I wasn't going to say it. I was just going to think it, but yeah.
So I have Tempest, which means I can make small patches of weather. Could I make a low-lying fog so the horses don't see the rats and use it as a sway roll that they like out of sight, out of mind?
I think making the fog is already going to be the roll. So I would say that is probably a tune in the moment.
I mean, it's the same number, so I'll take that. So yeah, just kind of, all these rat ghosts are surrounding us, and Taibsha just kind of like summons a fog to just cover it up, because if the horses can move through it, it's just they're going to spook if they see it. Horses are dumb animals. I love them.
It's not incorrect, yeah. And Elogi and Molto, are you going to finesse or doing something else? Glaiza, you might be muted.
I can't hear you.
Your microphone's not muted, but we still can't hear you.
Okay, Prince, what is Elogi doing?
I am Elogi. Are there other ghosts around aside from the rat swarm?
In the distance, yes. Immediately a problem for you? No, unless you draw them in some way.
Yeah, Elogi will try to actually draw them in as a distraction for the swarm. So we are not the sole target.
Okay.
I would like to roll for finesse.
Hey, yeah, okay. I mean, Prince has kind of presented me with a complication if you don't roll a 6. So you just have to deal with other ghosts, but let's go.
Everybody's position is risky, right?
Yeah, you're starting at risky because you rolled a 4 on your engagement roll.
Standard.
I also have potency when talking to the supernatural, because of Ghost Voice.
Yeah.
So
but potency in that case would increase your effect, which I think means that you can. I'm not sure if there's a rule for group action in this case, but I think I'll let you cover for the failure of somebody else. Because we had a failure immediately.
So sway?
I think you sway, yeah.
Risky.
Okay.
So standard, but if someone else fails, I can.
Yeah. Which we already saw Molto fail. That was the first row. And okay, so the 6 was Carrion. Okay.
That's me.
No stress.
Yay!
In the end. So yeah, Andre, you get to narrate, and you can bring the others in, but your scene.
Yeah, I think as soon as the horses start to like whimper and like backtrot, you see almost like the brigadier aspect of Carrion is like a cavalryman kind of come into form as he the short, like sharp whistle to reorient the dog horses to look forward, and just like push forward through the ghost rats and the fog, and just keep running forward towards our destination on Dunmill.
And I think, yeah, we also see a few of the other ghosts getting pulled in. So, Elogi, where do they end up? And is there somebody amongst them that could be of interest to you?
The a number of different ghosts kind of swarm in. People, some goats and horses, strangely, a but in front of us, like while most of these ghosts are behind us, getting caught up in the swarm, in front of us, we see an aged man in church vestments, and he looks very. The family resemblance is strong. To those who have seen Elogi and also seen Grand Proctor Dunville, you can tell this individual is right away is related. And we are rapidly approaching him.
And he will position himself right as the other ghosts, I think, are partially just pulled towards the swarm of rats. He will, in fact, just stand waiting close to your destination, waiting for you. And just very slowly, just almost blink. Mortimer.
Grandfather, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Is it? When I
honestly don't know.
Can we flash back to a scene? It sounds like Elogi or Mortimer did know his grandfather when both were alive.
I was thinking that no, he didn't. He's only he's seen pictures. And there's like a painting, obviously, in their home of his grandfather, and his father spoke glowingly of his grandfather, which does not speak well of him to Elogi. It's like, oh, Dad liked you. I probably won't.
Right. And where then? Where then is your father? My son, if you were here.
That's that cruel and terrible individual is no doubt consorting with a demon sacrificing an innocent or just profiting off his lives.
Yes, all of these things I could see. He always didn't understand that you have to balance the two sides of the scale.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, when I went here to reclaim what was of the church, when we abandoned these quarters, he was but a young acolyte, but still he should have been with me. He always understood sacrifice, but never sacrifice of self. A coward. I see you are different.
I try to be. So you did not teach him to cut people's throats?
I taught him that and more. As I said, you have to balance both sides, the give and the take.
And how does one balance that exactly? I am infinitely curious.
Have you not read the scriptures?
I have far more than I would like. It's been been a while though.
Has it? Well, the scripture is but one thing. It is far more to our faith, to our mission, than just reading the words. You have to see, to understand, experience. Follow me. Follow me. And I will show you what you need to learn. And that is, by the way, not a lie, but there is more than a hint of a threat in those words.
Elogi will look to the others and begin to follow his dead grandfather into the haunted church grounds. Only good things can come from this.
Yeah, ancient doors swing open. Or, well, they open, let's say. Swing is perhaps a strong word, as they just kind of screech and the dust of many decades just shakes off as they slowly open. And you find yourself in a churchyard. It seems like something grew here once. You feel a certain just unwellness, just something strange. And then you realize that the trees, the plants here, it seems like these might have once been radiant plants, just not properly disposed of. And that you should probably stay far away from them. But also, as you follow your grandfather, more people in the habits of the church, more ghosts step out of the stonework, the pillars just appear flanking you until there are 8 different ghosts, all once belonging to the church next to you. Yes. Come and learn of the history of this place. Is anybody else doing
follow.
something? Are you following? Yeah.
So if anyone else wants
Yeah,
to,
I'm just looking at Shiv. Just, there's a range of
I'm
emotions there.
sorry. The Catholic trauma is coming out here. No. I'm good. I'm golden. This is good. This is not an X card or red card. I'm just like, oh, this is so bad. I think Taibsha is looking around to see if once we enter, like, I guess for lack of a better term, the hallowed ground, if the things in her vision shift. If there's any difference between what the Deathlands look like and what the church grounds look like.
Can we bring the horse in?
I mean, you can bring them here at some point if you're going to an underground vault. No, but you could bring them here and leave them here. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's so you don't really see a difference in general, but it does seem you do notice that the spirits here are much more orderly. They don't just close in on you. They don't attack you. They don't immediately go for your life force as a feral spirit would. So something here has kept these spirits in line in some way, not feral at least.
Yeah, I was about to say almost like, I don't want to say docile because they're obviously still mad, but they're not. Yeah, like they have sentience essentially. So
they have that, and they are in control, or somebody is controlling them.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah, Taibsha takes note of that. Especially like Elogi's grandfather, who's doing a lot of the talking, like trying to see if, like, for like he's the anchor point, or like if that's not where the control is, if it's something outside of that. Because that would be her theory, is like there's one spirit that's anchoring everyone to remember who they are, but it could be something physical.
Yeah.
And then does she sense like a difference, because I have the ghost mind and like supernatural entities and stuff that cross over into the church grounds? Like there is like a difference in environment right now.
Okay, yeah, as you follow Elogi's grandfather, kind of at the very edge of your consciousness, there's something. It's not really something that you notice at first, but then there's kind of a presence there. And whenever you kind of focus your mind on it, do it once. What is a childhood memory that you have long forgotten?
Jumping rope with her friends. Very, very young.
Just 1 second of that, it's gone. You try to focus on this presence again. What is a memory of your training with the spirit wardens? Also long forgotten.
Being forcibly possessed and then exorcised.
Okay, well,
so you can learn how to present it out yourself.
A brief memory of that. Not enough for me to give you a point of stress for it, although I'm tempted. But just a very brief moment of that, and it's gone again. And whenever you focus on this presence, there's somewhere a memory begins to flood your mind. And meanwhile, Eloi's grandfather, what is Eloi's grandfather's name, by the way?
He is Harrington Dunville.
Harrington Dunville, as the ghost of Harrington Dunville regales you with the story of the place. This was one of the first churches that we built after the fall. It is curious that it would tolerate the spirit in its pure form, a sinful existence like ourselves, but surely there's still something we need to do. And perhaps it was just to wait for you, child. You walking here while your father would not.
Perhaps there's more to the spirit than you give it credit for. Perhaps the flesh and the spirit are not as separate as the scriptures teach.
The spirit is there to animate the flesh. The spirit alone, unmoored, before long, atrophies, becomes a feral, violent thing. I do not know by which grace we have avoided that fate, but I believe our mission is simply to guide you, guide the flesh, to unearth the legacy of this place. The memories of the church run deep. There's much that the people, the flock will need. By the way, meanwhile, in Doskwall, we actually see your father, Sylvanus, prepare himself together with a few acolytes. He has just received a missive. He has been told about the results of a certain message that was sent. And that message was written to him by none other than a certain Lord Scurlock. And as Father Tanville, the Grand Proctor, just readies himself. It is time. It's time to finally teach my son his lesson. We return to the entrance of the church vault. Another heavy door that just opens itself for you. And the presence, Taisha, that you felt that is so hard to concentrate on is drawing closer. As the door slowly opens, all of you, a few paces away then, well, quite a bit away still, all of you see something or someone that seems to have stepped right out of one of your dearest memories. Carrion, who is that? Or what is it?
This is the horror? Or
in gameplay terms, it is a horror, but
okay.
in terms of what Carrion sees, this is somebody that you never expected to see again.
You all see.
Oh, it's just Carrion that sees that.
I see in front of me. What appears to be my mother. Except she doesn't look like how I remember her. Something deeply twisted and uncanny seems to be reflected not in her body, but in her body language. She has human anatomy, but she walks like something used to a different form, like a chameleon, or maybe something more akin to like a stork. It feels unbalanced in some way, as the neck of my mother kind of like cranes around to scope the area.
And who does Multo see?
He sees Malik Isagani before he became Multo.
But also something is just slightly wrong.
Absolutely. He looks happy. He has too many teeth.
Okay. And Taisha. What does Taisha see?
I did this in like session 1 or 2. Samuel, one of the old gang members that Taisha had established, close friend. But he looks, because I'm doing Irish shit, he looks very fey. Like everything, the proportions are just a little too far off. Maybe one too many knuckles, one, kind of count the fingers, count the teeth.
And lastly, who or what does Eloji see here?
Eloji sees Mother Miriam, who we killed a couple weeks ago. She looks younger than what we saw of her, as if this is her from years ago, and her eyes are strangely glassy, and her teeth are strangely glassy, and there's almost a stained glass effect to those parts of her.
Yes, and as you see these apparitions, the being just somewhat jerkily walks towards you 1-2 steps, and then just welcome. I have waited for you so long, and finally we will be reunited. And at the word of reunited, the mask slips a little bit, and you see an almost kind of amphibian thing, except the scales are glassy and somewhat see-through. And in the womb of this amphibian thing, oh yeah.
I hate it. I hate those words.
Lining the glassy just womb of it, almost like eggs. There are many, many different faces, all looking at you through dead eyes. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh, hell yeah.
I love this the way I love Junji Ito.
I hate everything you just said, Janis. Every single word after it looked amphibian, and then everything else that followed was like, this is horrible.
We're in danger.
It is a horror, yes.
I'm gonna go read Uzumaki after this just to make sure I'm prepared for next week.
I'm gonna go watch the Muppet movie so I feel happy inside.
Amazing.
But yeah,
I love this 10 out of
I
10.
think I need to watch some Cronenberg to get something like less horrifying into my head.
Yeah, it's the next horror of the campaign. So just really just food for Diogenes.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Everything
bon
is gonna be
appetit,
fine.
Good
You
work
don't.
on that horror.
You don't like memories. You don't like remembering things.
Clearly
Involuntarily.
not.
Just-
There's a reason we put them in boxes, Janis.
But yeah, that has been the penultimate session of the
Penultimate.
Revenant. Yeah.
What a nice word, penultimate.
We'll be back next week for the finale. But first, you don't need to wave right now. We can do outros.
I just want to wait.
So I'm just gonna quickly start with outros. I am Janis, he, him. I realize I just kind of fucked myself because I do need to look at our calendar while I'm doing my outro. So you can find me here mostly. I am 1/5 of Find Out Productions. So you can find me on Find Out Productions. Interestingly enough, tomorrow you can find me as we return with the Fuck Around Table with special guest Val, aka Space Valkyries, which will be at 12 p.m. Eastern, whatever that is in your time zone. Next Friday at a time that is 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm not going to say what that is for me. I will be GMing Trophy Dark Husk Blossom. Husk Blossom is Husk Blossom is another. I think what's going to happen there might top my description of the horror because I've read that incursion. It's like, oh yeah, interesting. The theme of the incursion is germination. Or eggs, yeah. It's from a supplement that is going to come out for Trophy Dark relatively soon. It was kickstarted a while ago, called Ruin. And we're going to more or less publicly playtest one of the incursions from it. And then, the day after, it's the finale. Next week, Saturday the 25th, same time, last time, the Revenants. And I'm going to popcorn it over to Shiv, who can say what happens on the 26th.
I was prepping. I am Shiv, Siobhan, Dr. Hubble's PhD. I can also be found here at Final Productions. Next Sunday, the 26th, I will be part of a charity stream for the Order of the Good Death. We'll be playing Heroes Catastrophe with the gal who wrote it, MK Kennedy, channel friend we had on the round table, and I immediately locked onto this game. Order of the Good Death, obviously, if you've spent any time around me, is a very near and dear organization to my heart because they are both trying to help environmental impact of funeral service, but also the economic impact of funeral service in that everyone dies, so everyone should be able to afford a good funeral for their loved ones. So if you feel generous, even just come in to watch because eyes on it is always good. I would really love that because this is a near and dear organization to my heart, literally founded by my hero, Caitlin Doty. So please, for me. And you get to hear all of the death fun facts when you're there. Maybe I'll make one of the charity rewards is if you give a certain amount, I'll have to summon a death fact from nowhere. Yeah, please join us for that. We've got another fun campaign brewing that we just got the art for today, the first render, and I'm very excited about it. And I'm trying to be so good because I'm really freaking excited. And then I'll popcorn over to Glaiza.
Hey everyone, if you do not watch that charity show, you're homophobic. You don't want to be homophobic. Don't do that. And against death, which I guess some people are. Hi, Don't worry about me.
May
I'm
I
tired.
May I ask, after I have been accused of burying all the gays, how you made the connection between death and homophobia just right now? May I just inquire?
You just killed all of our gays. Well, one of our gays.
Okay,
One of our
yeah.
clearly gay. You killed him.
Try
You
to
didn't
kill all
ask
the
though.
If you don't want to
didn't
bury your
ask.
gays in an
What?
expensive way, come watch my charity.
Yeah. I mean, gay
Bury
people
them in a
also
free
die.
way.
You know, just so you know, we gay people, we are not immortal. We try, but we just not. Anyway, hi, my name is Glaiza. Shanya pronouns. It applies to all genders and is very Filipino. What more can I ask for? Right now I have a game in a bundle that's out. It's on RPG Trader, and it is the solo GM-less bundle. So you get 100+ games by 106 game designers for $20, or if you want to pay more, you can. I'm not going to stop you. Somebody paid $100. That was really sweet. But yes, that is the thing that is currently happening in my world right now. The game that is in there is Yearn, which is graded by Beef. Yes, I am totally leaning into it now. It's great. I'm working on a game called Death Burger, and it is going to be also graded by Beef. It's great. But yes, the game Yearn is in that bundle. It is about two fools in love who want to confess their feelings, but just because of the way that I am, the other always gets it confused, and it's basically slow burn in 5 rounds. So if that's something that you're interested in, do it. Place a bunch of your blorbos in front of each other and make them frustrated, because there is a way where you can tie and nobody gets the confession, and then you all just walk away thinking that they don't love each other. It's really great. It really is meant for people like me, for freaks like me, and for freaks like you who enjoy that kind of thing. I'm gonna pass it on to Prince Infidel, who is probably one of those freaks, but I'm not gonna out them.
But you didn't hear it from
no
me.
comment on that. Zero comment. We will not be taking questions from the press. Hey, I'm Prince. He, him, or Prince Infidel. If you were also thinking of like having eggs later today, and it's like, you know what? Nah, maybe I won't eat those this year.
It's okay. The year is half over. You could start next year.
You can. Today I've played Elogi, also he, him, who is doing great. Like, so glad there's no religious trauma that we dragged into this game. You can find me as Prince Infidel, all various places on the internet. If you want to, if you're into that sort of freakish stuff. And I probably have something coming up, but I don't fucking remember at this point. I'm just gonna popcorn it over to Andre.
Hello, everybody. I'm Andre. My pronouns are he, they. Today I was Carrion, who is doing. I think we're on course. We're on course with Carrion. Is it the main course? Maybe. You can find me at Andre Vera Art and at my website, andrevera.art, where you can see my illustration portfolio, actual plays I've been in, games I've designed, and also a few podcasts as well. I will be returning after our final session next week to find out productions in September, when I will be GMing a brand new show called Smog and Mirage, which will be a City of Mist actual play with Glaiza and a few other new friends to the channel. which is going to be really fun. All POC cast. So if you don't watch that, you're racist. And also probably something else. I don't know.
I'm not part of the cast, but I'm running production. So
Yeah.
if you don't watch it, you're racist. You're also guilty of just being
Anti-European.
Yeah, anti-European, American-centric. Like it's something. All of that.
And it's going to be really fun. And I'm also going to be doing all of the arts and overlays and stuff for that as well, which will be very cool. So come check it out.
I have seen some of that, and it's going to be good. But yeah, that's it for today. We're going to return tomorrow. If you're watching this on YouTube, we're going to return whenever you want us to. And with that, goodbye. See you soon.
Goodbye.